up, but I'm here now.
Yeah.
No, you should be on my mind. Like,
What do you mean?
like, tell people to like send you an email or, you know, have like a website and direct people to it through.
I was gonna make a
YouTube and
website, at some point. We'll just see if it works. If it doesn't, you know, you live and you learn. It takes a minute. And the movement of my camera is bad. Like, you see that?
Mhm.
Hey, one person, how are you? Hey, two people, we're doing some birth chart readings for $10. Don't I look cute tonight? 3 people, hello. I thought it was only one person,
You
y'all.
should find that.
I'm funny. And a tipsy, just a little. Not really, actually. I don't know why I said that. I'm really not that tipsy. I
It
only
won't
wish.
take long though. So we're like halfway there.
It's gonna take a minute because I ate, you know. Hello, person. It's Sydney Island. That's Island with a Y, not an S. How you doing? Hello. You ready for these birth chart readings or no? If y'all have any questions, just let me know. Any questions at all? And I gotta put actually $10 via Cash App. Let me put that down. $10. Come on now. It's $10 via Cash App for a reading. Just $10 for me to read your sun sign, your moon sign, your Mercury, and your Mars and your Venus. Yeah. So if anybody wants to get their birth chart read, so you can see how your first 5 planets all kind of correlate with each other, work with each other, and go against each other, just let me know.
First 5 planets are very important in the chart too.
Exactly what she said. Let me put this down for. If nothing happens, I would just like, I'll be fine. My feelings might be hurt. Just kidding. Active in this chat, y'all. I'm gonna put on my $10 via Cash App. See, why do I always have connection problems? Every freaking time I do a live. $10 via Cash App for birth readings. My Cash App name. Come on now, y'all. I'm struggling.
100% it's probably my Wi-Fi.
Actually, it's my computer.
My Wi-Fi's been having some issues too though. Like my phone will not load on the 5G, which is like the fast one.
The 5G that they claim gives everybody corona. The 5G gives you corona. That's what they say.
Really?
Yeah, they say there's like radiation that's making everybody sick. That's what they say. I don't know if it's true.
No, it's the birds.
The birds making everybody sick?
No, well, I guess the birds technically good. The birds had a flu once, right?
Bird flu?
Oh yeah, you know that thing.
Yeah, the bird flu came from China, right?
And
we got all types of
most
diseases.
Most of them have come from China, actually.
So. If y'all don't want to like pay me to do the readings, we can just talk. But really, it's a live birth chart reading.
Also, if you don't want to do it live, just Cash Out. We'll send an email.
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah, I can understand somebody would have an issue with like having the birth chart read in front of a bunch of other people. Not like your name would be out there or anything, but
people ask questions all the time online about their birth chart though.
I know, right?
So it's kind of like
people are kind of weird about it. Though.
Yeah, hey you guys.
Or if you've looked into it yourself
birth chart
and you know there's like some thing in there.
But it's like nobody knows who you are. Don't be shy, y'all. Don't be shy. Nobody knows. Nobody knows who you are. Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
It's always positive to learn more about yourself and to grow from that learning.
Just grow from your mistakes. You know what I'm saying?
And a mistake of yours would be not Cash Apping her to make your first time.
She hyping me up. $10 Cash App for birth chart readings. I'm literally gonna only be here for like 10 minutes. If nobody shows up, I'm like, bye.
You can talk about like your favorite sign in one of the placements that you're reading. Your favorite sun sign.
My favorite sun sign. God, do I have a favorite?
Come on, give me some bias.
Yes, actually,
no, I forgot who the Virgo version.
I wouldn't say it's Virgo. My favorite sun sign. If I had a favorite sun sign, it would probably be Aries.
I've never heard anyone say that before. That's interesting.
I have Aries more. I really like Aries people, even when they get on my damn nerves.
Yeah,
like
I like Aries people. I think that they are so strong to their beliefs. Like they believe what they believe, and you're not going to convince them otherwise.
I like that.
But if they feel like there's some inconsistency in themselves, they'll like work it out behind the scenes.
Yeah, I feel like it's because my mom's Aries.
I get
That's
that.
why.
I get that.
It's like she really just like she just tell it like it is, you know. So it's
I
just
feel
like
if you want, tell it like it is. Sagittarius or Leo, I would say Sagittarius is probably best for that.
yeah, they will.
I also do like the way
Sagittarius,
Leos approach things sometimes. Like you have to have a pretty
I
good
usually like
communication
Leos.
aspect.
I usually like,
Mhm.
I'm talking to you and I'm like not good with a lot. You need to like either come forward or maybe I should scoot
hello.
back.
I'm
Hello, this
here.
is Emily. Meet Emily, my wonderful friend.
I
Here.
know a lot
She knows what I was about to
astrology.
say. Hey Reese, how you doing, boo? Reese, he always shows up to me.
Oh, hi, Reese. Of course he does. How could he not?
Everybody loves me. I'm so narcissistic. I have a friend who's like really into astrology. Hey Reese, if you're interested in getting your birth chart read, it's $10 via Cash App. Okay, $10. Cash App me, Sydney 55.
I love your sales pitch voice. I dig it. You could like totally sell cars.
He was crazy in my life have 5 and they say that they're so sweet.
Don't you love her hair? She looks so good.
Right. Like so look at the connection every freaking time. It stresses me out.
The card is getting in the bowl.
I apologize for the
Connection,
dollars.
not bad content.
Right. Bad connection, not bad content. I like that. He said I don't even have $10. Okay, it's okay. We can just talk. See, 0 people.
It was like, I'm out.
He said I'm out of here because of the bad
Have you
connection.
put it on Facebook or Instagram or anything?
I put it on Instagram and Snapchat. Not Facebook, actually. I don't use Facebook that much. You said streams all laggy for me. Oh, I'm sorry. I just have a bad laptop. You know, like I need to get a better laptop because it's trash.
Maybe you could use mine if you want to.
We could. I would have to switch. I would have to turn off my live though. But we could do that. It might be a better connection. Do you have good connection on your laptop? Well, it's Apple, so you got to. We might switch live so we can have better connection on Emily's laptop.
That's just a sore throat and poetry.
Oh my god, your toes are so pretty.
Thank
that
you.
dark green.
Oh, looking at my actual toes. I was
meant
like, nobody has ever told me that. Like, I like my toes too.
I meant the toenail polish.
Oh, yeah,
I like
right.
it.
Oh, damn.
But let me look at your toes for a minute. I'm not a huge feet person, but you know.
Some feet people have told me some nice things about my feet before.
I
Yeah.
know guys that are like a crazy.
To each their own.
Let me look at these toes.
I wouldn't mind it.
I'm gonna do like a foot reading. You know, we do like palm readings. Like a foot reading. You got some warm feet.
Girl, I'm hot all over. You know that.
But you know, your feet, it's like they look strong. That's what I would say. Your feet look strong.
I can swim fast.
I bet you can. Some big flippers and strong.
Yeah, no joke. I'm like a what, 8.5 now? I can fit some 9s. I'm only like 5'3".
9? My mom's a 9. I'm a 7.
I got some pretty solid feet.
Oh, you said it's okay now. That's great. He said it's okay now. But if it gets bad, like, then I guess we'll change it. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no, I didn't want to. I wanted to play with my poetry. But
maybe you should read your poetry on my live. What?
I think you should read some birth charts on your live.
You know what?
So
that's right.
you guys, you should really cash out her $10 and she'll reach her.
Yeah, $10 via Cash App for my birth charts. We're gonna talk about your sun sign, your moon sign, your Mercury, your Mars, your Venus. Not your rising. We don't need to talk about your rising, okay? But I'm just gonna talk about it
Why
anyways.
are we not gonna talk about rising?
It's like
I have
Let's
some
talk about
really
it.
cool
You know what,
information
let's talk
on
about it.
rising. Like I could go crack that out. It's actually like physical appearances of people's rising signs. And
You know what, let's talk
tends to
about
be
it.
Pretty on point.
it's your physical appearance. Okay, so your rising. Let's talk about it then. Your rising is your physical appearance. It's how you appear to the rest of the world. I have a Virgo rising. I don't know. I guess I appear as really responsible and like. I guess I appear like a nerd because you know a lot of Virgos are nerds. They say Virgos are like the librarian. Like the Virgo rising gives me a librarian look, and it's funny because I worked at a library. So
Virgo risings tend to have like well-structured outfits. They like to wear things that are black and white because black and white goes with everything. Then you add a pop of color.
I do like black and white, but I like bright colors though.
Yeah, pop of color is important.
Yeah, I like bright colors, like bright greens, bright pinks.
Look at your hands. Hold your hands up. Do you have petite hands and fingers? I'd say they're pretty petite. Virgos are typically pretty petite and they have like very delicate fingers.
Yeah. My hands are like
your technically your physical appearance could be challenged by that of your sun sign. So
yeah, I mean, they say Tauruses have round faces, so I guess if you have like a Taurus rising, you might have like a kind of a I guess a plush or round kind of face, or like a, I guess, what is the word? It's the word sturdy, strong. I was gonna say motherly, actually. Yeah,
Swivel face.
like kind of it was no, not heart shape, more like round shape.
But
What?
it's square in the oval because it's pretty sturdy. Like Tauruses tend to be pretty sturdy, not really like stocky per se.
Yeah, I would
but
say
like,
some are
like
hunky.
built.
Yeah, muscular. Some Tauruses are muscular. I'm definitely not muscular, but
No, because you have Virgo rising. Your Virgo rising would take precedence on that. So you're definitely petite.
I was about to say kind of. I don't know.
It also says that they're graceful, and like that does not apply here.
I'm not graceful. I'm just kidding.
I know you too well for that. Like other people might say that.
Yeah.
I know you at the court. I knew more like your moon sign. You as your moon sign and your sun sign.
Yeah.
More than just your rising. So I could see other people seeing you as graceful because you do have a nice walk. A walk is interesting.
People used to say that. People used to say I walk like a model, and I didn't understand it.
You were like, keep telling
no.
me
I thought it was nice, but I didn't agree. Actually, I just didn't agree with that.
I've been told I have a nice walk, but I think I actually extend my stride so that I get to where I want to go faster. And they're like, oh, you walk very nicely. And I'm like leaping, like bounding across the street.
Think about the way you walk. It's more like it's kind of grounded. It's like more like a relaxed kind of walk. Like I'm just
kind of masculine almost.
Yeah, kind of. It's like a chill dude, just like I'm here. You say you're a Virgo rising too. Definitely relate. Oh, Rodney R. Thank you. So, what's your sun sign and your moon sign? You say you definitely relate to which part?
That research. Oh, the petite. He has to relate to the petite and probably wearing a lot of black. Virgo rising.
Yeah.
Black is like
I do like a lot of black. I think black is sexy.
Black is perfect.
Yeah, I like black. I think black and red is sexy colors for me. Like everybody has their go-to sexy colors, and my go-to sexy colors is black and red for sure.
Sexy is naked.
My go-to. Where's my? I was thinking about a question in my own head, honestly. He said, you definitely can relate to the petite part of having a Virgo rising. Like, which part can you relate to? Because I'm curious.
Doesn't necessarily mean short. Petite could mean like thinner calves, thinner waist.
Like a small frame, kind of.
Technically,
I definitely have a small frame.
Virgo rising can be like in between, like from average to tall. They're typically not like super short. Right. But I have met shorter Virgo risings.
You said that I should put some tunes on, but I can't, like, when I play music, it gets demonetized and then they block me out of my live, so I can't do that. But I would. You know, we're quarantining over here, so they want to quarantine with us.
Just sing in the background.
Yeah, Emily, just sing. Why don't I sing? I sing on my channel. Like, I'm so stupid. Baby, baby, drive me crazy. Do 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 do. I love that Tamar Braxton song. When the smoke clears, you dry her tears. Only had nothing more. I love singing so much, y'all. I love singing so much.
Do you think there's a placement for loving to sing? Your typical placements?
Taurus is like claim. Well, we the throat. Like Taurus is with the throat. Taurus with the throat and the neck. She was on a little dance. Taurus is with the throat and the neck. And they say Tauruses have beautiful singing voices and speaking voices. Also, Gemini is communication, and so you speak through your throat. You speak. You know, I feel like Gemini and Taurus is both why I like to sing so much. But definitely more Taurus than anything, because Taurus is Adele is a Taurus. Stevie Wonder is a Taurus. Sam Smith. They have great singing voices. Yeah. Strong, powerful singing voices, Tauruses. We have really powerful singing voices. You said looking smart and having the small frame. Okay. That's what you relate.
Smart is definitely a Virgo rising.
Yeah. People automatically assume I'm smart.
People put you into a category whenever you are a Virgo rising, and it doesn't necessarily fit your whole personality, but it just fits some aspect. So you kind of relate, but then at the same time, you're like, that's not what I am.
Yeah, I definitely don't feel like I'm a Virgo at all. I like Virgos, but I'm not. You know, there's some things about Virgos that's like drive me nuts. So, that I don't have those traits. Mostly because both my sisters are Virgos, so it's like they drive me nuts. Like I grew up with Virgos, so it's like I can never escape. I can never escape you Virgos. Virgos always find me.
And you choose to come back.
That's true. That's true. I do choose to come back to
You like
Virgos.
to do what you're comfortable with, Miss Taurus Sun.
That's true. I'm a creature of comfort, a creature of habit. Also, I'll try not to be, but you know.
That's my research.
Oh yeah, we're doing the birth chart reading. So if you want to do birth chart, it's $10 via Cash App.
Oh yeah, you know that thing that we did.
The whole purpose we're here. Forgive me for my short attention span, but you know,
We're gonna have a lot of fun today.
yeah, we're having some fun during quarantine. Emily gave me something called black salt, which is for what is it? Blocking out the negative energy.
Protecting.
Yeah, banishing and protecting and blocking out negative vibes. It's really nice. So take a look, y'all. Take a look at that.
It
It's black salt.
Black salt, you know. But it still smells pretty good. Keep smelling.
I know. I can't stop smelling it. It smells so good. Can y'all hear Emily in the background? Just let me know. Let me know. Somebody texted me. Oh, somebody sent me 10. Rodney Rice. Rodney Rice, you sent me $10. Thank you so much. Now you can give me your birth chart information.
Your social security number, your address.
She said your social security number. So you can put your the name of your why did I say the name of? Well, your sun, your moon, your Mercury, your Mars, your Venus. You can do all of that and put it right here in the live chat, and I will read it for you, Rodney. Since you paid $10, thank you so much, Rodney. I really appreciate you. I'm gonna give you a little heart for that. This is my first time actually using Cash App. Actually, I actually downloaded like a night ago. You know, I gotta let y'all know a secret. I actually love the sound of my voice.
Why would you not?
I'm a narcissist.
That's not a bad thing. It doesn't make you a narcissist to love yourself. Says the
yeah. Yeah, I guess as a Taurus, like, no, don't love yourself too much. Okay. He said good memory. Okay, he said looking smart. I don't know about all that. Okay, we can try to figure it out for you, Rodney. Your birth chart information. So let's out. But we don't want to.
Technically, in order to have those basic things,
In location. Let me go to the birth chart calculator. Yeah. What is it called? Astro chart. I like astro charts.
There's like so many of them, and they all will give you different results.
Yeah, astro chart. Too bad. We're gonna make some changes. Okay, Rodney. So what you need for your birth chart calculator is your city. We're having issues. It's buffering. I cannot have this right now. I cannot. Can we use your laptop?
Sure.
Because we're gonna have to like start this whole thing off.
You can pop it open. It's right there, underneath my book, and the password is 0226.
0226. All right, y'all. You said this about the social security number. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to change laptops because I have bad connection. But we're gonna be right back into it. But hold on, wait. I put my own password. You said 0, huh?
0226.
Okay. That was what the social security number. Okay, I already read that. Because if this is gonna keep happening, we can't have this. Okay. That's too much of a problem. So
especially when you like to hear yourself talk.
Right. Especially when you're a narcissist like me.
You throw that word around very easily.
I do. Because I feel like I am low-key. Low-key self-centered. Low-key people-centered and self-centered at the same time.
That's called being a human. Have you heard that?
No, actually I haven't. How do I log? Oh wait. Oh yeah. I gotta log into my. I mean, if y'all want, we can continue it this way. But if we have another issue, then we can change it because it seems like a lot of work. A lot of work that I don't want to do. Okay. So, Rodney, what city and state were you born? That's the first question. What city and state were you born, Rodney? And also the country. I'm assuming USA, but it would help me a lot to know. It would be funny if he just disappeared. Like, you gave me $10, but then I didn't do your reading. Your date of birth, it pretty much your city, your state, your country, the date of birth, and the time you were born, AM or PM. Starkville, Mississippi. Okay, let's do it. So you're born Starkville, Mississippi. How is it in Mississippi? You know, I heard the South is like, like that deep South. They got a lot of racism. I'm just saying.
I was talking about with like Corona. I was like, what question are you asking exactly? What is your life like? Just tell us in short 2 sentences.
Yeah, I'm always conscious of that. Like when it comes to the demographics, because like you move places, certain things happen that you don't want to happen. Mm-hmm. Okay. And so what date of birth are you? What day were you born, Rodney? The day, the month, and the year. Do 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 do.
My research, I had to put it in a binder because my folders were all too small.
For research. Oh, your astrology research? Exactly. Okay, get it, girl.
What to look for now.
I'm gonna get it. Girl, get it.
You were so right about organized chaos.
Right. That's definitely.
Look at this. Imagine scissors on. That's what's important.
That's what's
important. The wine bottle opener.
That's true. The wine bottle opener, that's really important. November 3rd. Is that a Scorpio? Wait, hold on. November 3rd. Yeah, it's a Scorpio. Okay. November, what year? I mean, a month. That's
I know somebody born November 3rd.
November 3rd, 3. That's a lucky number. In my opinion, I think that's a lucky number. Because Jesus rose up after 3 days. If Jesus is actually a thing.
If you subscribe to that belief system, it's not that one. It's also covers the same topics.
PM, 6:50 AM, like PM, because it gives us a more accurate description of false information.
Yeah, I had to grab my birth certificate and all of my family's birth certificates because my mom was way off on the timing, and I was like, there is no way some of this stuff does not line up.
You had to do some research. Okay, so what time were you born, Rodney? Was it 2:30 p.m.? Because that's when I was born.
And what year was it? Did you say?
Yeah, 1989. 1989. Well, so how old does that make you? 30? Does that make you 30? Is 1989? No, that's close. Okay, so 29. No. 1990 is 1990 is 6 years older than me.
Let's just use a
so you're in your 30s.
That would be helpful.
You say you remember seeing 1:13 a.m. on my birth certificate. Okay, you're sure now, Rodney? Are you sure?
That's pretty specific. 1:13 a.m. I don't really.
1:13. I mean, it could be. Do they do that?
We'll check it, and if it says Virgo rising, we'll know it's correct.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. She's smart, y'all. I need her. 1:13 a.m. Click create chart. Oh, I didn't put your name. Hold on.
Why is this cat always have to lay on my artwork?
With the kidney. Me too.
Okay. Do you name your kidney?
If I ever donated, yeah.
You guys name your kidney when you don't?
No, I just
the stipulation.
I just made it up.
My kidney.
Okay, so wait, they're rising. We have rising Gemini. So, oh wait, no, we don't. Rising Virgo. Okay, it's right. Okay, so your moon is in Scorpio. Is that correct? Yes, that's correct. November 3rd. Moon Scorpio. Your moon is in Capricorn. Sun. Sorry. Sun Scorpio. Your moon is Capricorn. Your Mercury is Scorpio. Your Venus is Sagittarius. Your Mars is Libra. Okay. Does that sound right? Does the Scorpio Sun Virgo rising part sound right to you? I just want to make sure before I go any further. Just clarify for me. No rush though. Take your time.
Oh, and while you're taking your time, I actually found my little notes on the appearances of the signs for rising signs. So since we've already talked a little bit about your rising sign. It says that males are typically clean shaven. It says, yeah.
Let me know if y'all can hear her because you're kind of far away. I just want to make sure. We say, yeah, it does. He said it's accurate.
Females are normally modest, like they don't like to dress too. Natural hair colors, don't get crazy haircuts. Mm-hmm. You're thin, you move softly, serious and discreet. Average to tall height, like we mentioned. Yeah. Move gracefully and look younger, which is great. It's great to look younger.
God, this freaking connection keeps fading. It's driving me nuts. I guess that's life. But okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do your chart. So your Scorpio Sun, Capricorn Moon. So okay, Scorpio Sun, Capricorn Moon. I immediately would imagine that you're like career focused because both Scorpio and Capricorn are very career focused. Okay, so also emotionally intense. So Mercury is the way that you think and communicate. So if yours is in Scorpio, that will make you okay. You're emotional. You're an emotional thinker. You think through your emotions. Okay. And you're also very, very observant of the world around you and very analytical. Does that sound like you? You also have, let me not move too fast though. Let me not move
Well,
too
we
fast.
were just saying Sun and Scorpio, right?
Yeah.
And Mercury.
Scorpio.
Like she was saying, you have a lot of emotions, but you don't like to express those or share those freely.
Yeah, very private.
It takes a little bit to get you to share that because
Right.
your feelings are very important to you, and you don't want somebody to step on them.
Right.
And you feel like maybe in the past somebody has definitely hurt you based on how you feel, and they have not properly approached that situation. They told you were wrong because you felt that way, and that really bothered you, so you kind of clammed up a little bit.
Yeah, it's pretty deep. Let me know if y'all can hear us because she's kind of like at a distance. I just want to make sure the sound is good. I just want to make sure.
I don't crying.
Oh, okay. You said that sounded like you. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Mercury, and Venus is in Sagittarius. Okay, so that's the opposite to my Venus. I have Venus in Gemini. So if you have Venus in Sagittarius, when it comes to relationships, you say, yeah, I have very few people that that you share your feelings with. Okay, yeah, you're very secretive with your feelings. You have trust issues.
Not necessarily a bad thing. You shouldn't tell everybody everything.
Right.
The signs that do share everything with everybody tend to, have a little bit of issues with that as well.
Yeah.
But, it's important to find somebody that you trust, somebody that you could share those things with.
Right.
Or, I'm going to pay a therapist. I don't think therapy works all that well. I think it's better to find a friend because they're going to talk to you like a friend.
Therapy worked for me.
Did it?
Yeah.
It did not work for me.
She was really
you
good.
can message me. You can text
Let
me.
Emily be your therapist.
I like to talk to people about their lives and secrets. I don't even know you. Fuck you. Great.
Yeah.
I can't judge you. I don't know you.
I guess. Okay. I'm sorry. Let me talk about me. Venus and Sagittarius. Okay. So you have a Venus and Sagittarius. What this means is in relationships, because Venus represents your relationships, it represents your love language, it represents how you love and what you're attracted to in relationships, who attracts you, the type of partner that you like. So you are attracted to people who have a Sagittarius energy, which a lot of them will be like explorers, and they're very adventurous and they're very bubbly. The Sagittarius, like, they're very bubbly, very childlike. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna cry. Hello, kitty. Having a Venus in Sagittarius, I feel like it helps to bring light to the seriousness of the Mercury and the Sun that is Scorpio. Okay, and Sagittarius a lot of times are very lucky because Jupiter rules Sagittarius, and Jupiter is a very lucky planet. So in relationships, you might have luck. Hi, RM2HG2RH2. How are you? Hello. Like not read names when it's that long. And somebody said not the ones that's good with money, I bet. Do you mean Scorpios? You said what you on here? Birth chart readings.
Scorpio and
So if you had Leo, then it might be like, a little shaky.
I like nice things. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Leo just like, here, have my whole bank account. Like
my mom.
So we're doing live birth chart readings for all the new people. It's $10 for a birth chart reading. I will be explaining your rising sign, your sun sign, your moon sign, your Mercury, your Mars, and your Venus. Okay. So if you want that done, just send it to me via Cash App. It's Sydney55. Okay. So we're talking about Rodney R. Also, yeah, your Venus Sagittarius. Let me know if that sounds like you. Okay. You're very in relationships. You can come off as that. I feel like Venus and Sagittarius would be somewhat like into open relationships just because they're so open-minded.
Not like she wants you to do certain things, like have a schedule or do strict things. It's like let's let's have a little freedom to, like, if I want to go hang out with my friends, I want to go hang out with my friends. And, like, if you want to come with me, that'd be cool sometimes. But
somebody's going to let you go with the flow.
Spontaneousness of it. Yeah.
Okay, so Mars.
Your love language would probably be words of affirmation. That would probably be how you feel the most loved for Venus and Sagittarius. However, Scorpio might lead to acts of service.
Okay. I wouldn't have thought about love languages for the
actual love languages. Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay. And you have a Mars in Libra. Like when I'm ready, and like it's not hard to like, especially when it's something I'm passionate about. I'm just gonna start. I don't need anybody to like get me going. I'm just gonna start. That's
when
Mars
in Aries. To get her going, it is like super extra.
Wait, well, I'm not extra.
0 to 100.
Yeah, I'm nuts. Low. Let's just do it now. Like you're more laid back, but that doesn't mean that you won't take action though, because Libras, they do take action. Like they do take action. They may not do it like an Aries, but they do take action.
It depends on how passionately you feel about something. Scorpio would lead you to be a little bit more passionate about the things that you care about. So the Libra and Mars would probably lead you to be a little less indecisive than typical Libras would be about, their aggression and their assertiveness. But confrontation is not going to be your first choice.
All right. And you said have to have freedom in my relationships. Yeah, so definitely important. With that Sagittarius. Definitely.
I also have a lot of Sagittarius. I need to feel like I'm independent in my relationships too, or else it just doesn't work. Like if you are gonna hang on my arm all the time, that's gonna bother me. Oh, and I bet you're not a major fan of physical touch. Let me know if that's right.
Right. Let her know. I'm like, do you like physical touch? What's your love language as a Venus in Sagittarius? And also, if you have any questions about anything that I'm saying, let me know. Just let me know in the chat, and I got you. Okay? Information, but Rodney didn't know his information, and we still got it. So
I kind of remember 1:13 a.m. Like I don't really know why you would have a different time on the certificate, but that was correct. That was absolutely correct.
Very accurate. Yeah, he's a Capricorn Moon, Scorpio Sun. Yeah. And you see
more like solid in your relationships.
The connection just went out, and then it popped back.
I can see how somebody might think like, oh, they should be more dedicated to their relationships, because Capricorns are really dedicated to what they do, what they love. But that definitely conflicts with like the Sagittarius Venus. And some aspects in your chart overrule others. It just depends on where your a lot of my which is always heavy in my chart. They're always heavy. You can tell. But the Libra definitely outweighs quite a bit because it is a dominant aspect.
Yeah, Libras need that fairness. They need that balance. They need harmony in their environments. So having that energy, you need a harmonious environment. You need peaceful environments.
I need to sing for me all the time.
All the time.
Back into my life.
Make the environment beautiful. If you have any questions, Rodney, just let us know. Just holler at us.
Yeah, any specific questions, because those are fun.
Right.
I love the specificities of astrology.
Yeah, the deep questions, ask us that. Okay? Them psychological questions, the questions that nerds would ask us those questions.
Because we're nerds wouldn't know the answers to.
Right. Questions that nerds know the answer to, because we know the answer. I got the whole Mercury notes.
Do you have a chart right here?
Yeah. Just let this smell. It smells safe. It's black salt. It smells so safe. Where'd you get it?
I made it.
Oh, you made it?
Yeah, I made it.
How'd you make it?
I ground up. I need a mortar and pestle, because that would be dope. Like, just for some reason, that's one of those things that I'm like, I don't want to order that right now. I have like multiple food processors, and I read somewhere that you could use a food processor, but it's charcoal. It's
so you like ground it up?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just ground it up really fine. I actually made way too much of it, and my child does not like the blender, so
loud.
Yeah, so I could have done it when he was gone, but I don't know if you heard us earlier. We were talking about Virgos of organized chaos. Like 16 different projects. Oh, and Leo influence. Like I've got 16 different crafts running through my brain. So I just kind of like left it on the counter, the black salt in the food processor for about probably a month. I was like, man, you know what? I'm never gonna grind this. Like I only think about it whenever he's already here.
He said the nodes are confusing. It's hard enough to read the darn birth chart, and the language is so confusing. I don't see how you guys do it. Yeah, it's just
Confusing.
it was confusing at first for me, but then like the more you just read it and just gain as much knowledge as you can, the easier it gets. You know what I
I
mean?
don't know. I guess the
Sometimes
language can be weird. You need to, if that's a problem for you, maybe fact check with some different sources because, just like different translations of the Bible, different websites say it in an easier way. Or join a
Mhm.
Facebook group.
He said you two are awesome. Thank you, Rodney.
Stroke that ego.
Right, like we
We
both
need
like.
it. No, I'm kidding.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I would say the nodes. The best way to explain the nodes is that the north node is the life path that you're supposed to be on now. The south node is your past life. Okay, so the south node is who you were in past lives. If you don't believe in past lives, you could think about your past self, like just who you were in the past, if that makes sense. So you're thinking about that, and then all the kind of the kind of negative karma and negative relationships that you experienced in your past. It's kind of like you're trying to get away from that and be better. And so the be better part is your north node. So, for example, like I have a Aries South node and a Libra North node. So for me, the past is like a lot of conflict. You know what I mean? And a lot of just like everything is emergency. Oh my gosh.
Aries Mars, like one of your favorite placements?
Yeah.
It is. It's kind of hard if you think about it. Some of the ways of your past are like the way that you have learned to do things, and you're really happy about who you are in that. But especially with this quarantine going on, now is a really good time to reevaluate how you handle situations and all that kind of stuff. Like you said that confrontation is not your first go, which is a very Libra thing. Libras were like, let's kind of like hold it off, but if it's necessary, it's necessary.
Right.
Which is it's very important to stand up for yourself, but picking your battles is also important.
Yeah. Sometimes I see this with Aries South Node and Libra North Node is that we put our energy into the wrong thing sometimes. We like don't put our energy into things we should put our energy into. You know what I mean? Like when we should stick up for ourselves, we don't. And then we stick up for ourselves or too confrontational where it's not needed, if that makes sense.
Maybe
So
if you're North Node's in Libra, it's just learning how to like communicate that in a positive way, a positive and healthy way that's very balanced. Like I understand your point of view, but I also feel my point of view is important too.
Right. I feel like emotional balance is huge for a Libra North Node. You know what I mean? Because it's like we came from chaos. Like I feel like a lot of the chaos is like internal. The thing with Aries and Libra is the relationship with the self. Like how you feel about yourself is the biggest thing with this placement. So like a lot of people who have an Aries South Node have a lot of conflict within themselves. You know what I mean? Like always fighting with themselves. And so I can relate. Like I used to fight with myself a lot. I don't fight with myself as much, but I still do. You know what I mean? It's just some things I'm more like, okay, this is me, and I'm not gonna like fight about it. I'm not gonna fight myself about it. You know what I mean?
You shouldn't have to change every part of yourself.
Right.
There are ways to work on the parts of yourself that you already have to make it into something beneficial. You don't have to change who you are at the core. Who you are at the core is who you are. That's what's most important, and you shouldn't negate from that. You should try to develop that in a positive way.
Amen. You said you have a Libra Mars. You said my Libra Mars makes sense. I fight when I see people being treated unfairly. Yeah.
That's a good placement.
Yeah, it's definitely a good placement. You said not the one says, okay, thanks. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you. And you said, so if you had a Sagittarius in the North Node, what is that? Sagittarius in the North Node
means you need to brush up on your philosophical ideals. It means that you need to focus on yourself for a little while, and because it seems like you didn't so much in the past, you kind of focused on other people and like gossip or like what was going on in other people's lives, and that's not what is important in your life right now. What's important is you. You need to understand yourself, and it will take a long time. Self-discovery is not something that you can do in 5 minutes. Just keep looking into your astrological stuff. Maybe try looking at love languages, personality study like Myers-Briggs or your Enneagram. Just read about you because you are very important.
Yeah, you're important. We're all important. Okay, self-discovery. That's key. That's key. And you said, oh yeah, that was the last one I read. Okay, that was interesting. That was fun. Where's my phone? Oh, where's my phone at? She stole my phone. Okay. Yeah, so that was Rodney. Anybody else wants to get they're reading your North Node? Your North Node is in Aquarius. So you have a North Node in Aquarius. That means your South Node is Leo. Okay. So North Node
I'm sorry.
You said
Your South Node is Leo. I'm sorry. Humanitarianism. That's like a main thing for Aquarius. It means that, it's bad to focus on yourself sometimes, but sometimes coming from a woman who is very highly Leo, I did not realize for a very long time that I made things about myself. And people would say it to me, but I wouldn't see it. So maybe if somebody says something like oh, you cut me off, or like you made this about you, like blah blah blah, that's it. But maybe like don't take it to heart, because you're still important. It doesn't mean you're not important. It just means maybe it's more important to focus on what they were saying because they had something that they were like emotionally invested in. You weren't paying the attention you probably should have paid attention to.
That's weird. I relate to that because Aries is very self. So like I was like selfish and self-centered with my siblings a lot, and just like kind of just being like, this is what I want, me, 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 me. And then I'm like, as I get older, I realized that like people are not assuming that people just hate me and they want to hurt me, especially my sisters. Like I assume they just want to hurt me.
Oh my gosh.
I took it to the extreme.
Yes, you did. Yes, you went full Aries on that.
That's the thing about Aries, South. No, extremes. We are extreme. And so we have to learn how not to be extreme with everything. Just calm down, pretty much. He said, OMG, I'm a Libra Mars. I always wonder why I hate bullies so much. Yes.
If you have like heavy influence in your Libra placements, it's like you are the type, you're not going to let somebody talk down on your friends. You will be the first one to be like, all right, now we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that today.
Yeah.
You might have gotten in trouble for bullying yourself, but it wasn't you bullying. It was you standing up for somebody that you loved, which is strange. It's like,
I have Libra moon.
Sometimes you got to bully people to put them like, I've always alone.
Yeah, I've always hated bullying too. Like having Libra moon, like I have friends who will bully other people, and I'm like, why are you doing that?
I got in trouble for bullying a lot. I've got a Libra Venus, so if I really love somebody, then I'm going to stand there and fight for you tooth and nail. With a lot of Leo placements and a Scorpio Mars, so like, I'm not going to deal with it. So I actually got in trouble for it a lot, and I guess I probably could have handled it a better way, but people would not have stopped calling my friends fat. People would not have stopped saying like my friend is a whore and stuff like that. And I'm not going to let that. I'm not going to let people sit there and do that. So I understand you, Libra Mars, and she does too, Libra Moon.
Yeah, Libra Moon, I get it. Like I had friends who would bully people who didn't do anything to them. They would just say just hateful stuff, and they didn't do anything to them. They just like, oh, her shoes are ugly. Oh, she's ugly. Just say negative stuff.
You can tell they have poor issues. They have issues with their self-worth whenever they're doing that. But that does not mean that they don't deserve to be put in their place. It's just, if don't hate somebody completely because they act out. Like maybe tell them they look nice. Do something that is positive. Because if you just fight fire with fire, you're gonna get a bigger fire. But if you notice why they're doing that, like if they're hating on your car and their parents drop them off, like they're self-conscious about that. Maybe say something positive. Even if it kind of hurts a little bit, like putting more positivity in the world will always benefit you.
Boost the ego.
Get that karma back. Get that good karma.
He said, oh, you gave me a whole bunch of love, a whole bunch of hearts. That's nice. Thank you, not the one. That's an interesting name. I'm trying much. He said, we need to heart to like this video. Yeah, give it a thumbs up. We already got 2 thumbs up. Thank you for the 2 people that gave us thumbs up. I appreciate it. If anybody else want to do birth chart readings, my Cash App name is Sydney55. So, it's just $10 to get a birth chart reading for reading your rising, your sun, your moon, your Mercury, your Mars, and your Venus. It says another moderator just handled this. What does that even mean when that thing pops up?
Somebody else is like looking at your comments, making sure nobody says anything negative.
Oh, okay. So who's a moderator? Like, where is that person from? Because I heard about it, but I never knew what it really meant.
Somebody might be saying something that is not necessarily necessary.
It keeps
popping up.
Yeah, it's weird because like she put the hearts and it was like it said that it wasn't trying to show it, but it's just hearts. I think some type of technical.
No, it's not the hearts.
I don't see it.
Technical difficulty.
I don't know.
Be positive. If you're trying to be negative, I don't know. Maybe you need to stay. Actually.
Yeah, it's quarantine. So like, if you're a negative person, just you said, oh, it's popping up, so I can't even see the comment. Hold on. Once it disappears, then I can see it. It says, "Can you tell career from my placements?" Can you tell like the career that you have?
You can tell career from quite a few placements actually. It depends on your moon sign would show like where you would be more apt to like excel.
Right.
like your emotions and stuff, maybe even your sun sign, but your medium code, like your MC, would tell you typically like broad summary.
Right.
Be good at. But actually, if you look into your placements, your houses, and your even your degrees, like even your degrees mean stuff.
Deep,
I recently
man.
started looking into the degrees, and there's a lot of jobs they have said that I would be good at, like being a counselor and like mediating and all that kind of stuff that I knew I'd be good at, but at the same time, it didn't say it anywhere. Well, I guess it said counseling, but it didn't say mediating specifically anywhere else in my birth chart. And mathematics, like what? That's kind of random. Interesting to think about.
Are you good at math?
I actually am good at math. It's not my favorite subject. I'm definitely more of an English person, so it's kind of weird that like it says math, but
yeah, like you're really good
like
with
you're in
words.
statistics. So
I suck at math. I mean, I feel like I could like be good at it if I really focused on it, but I
it's
just
just not
numbers.
something that like we
don't come
focus on.
easy.
We're
Yeah.
naturally English.
Yeah.
We're English people. I can't even speak.
Can't
the
even
language.
speak English.
Yeah. We're naturally like English people.
Yeah.
I enjoy history as well, and
Me too, actually.
anything that's logically based,
Yeah,
I enjoy.
I would have like majored in like a African American history if like the tables were. I don't know. I feel like that would have been something I would have at least taken a class on, but I wouldn't have like majored in it. I would have taken a class.
Like I don't know exactly what you would do with a major in that, other than like
not major, but like
just a class or something. Like that would be nice, or like go to school. But
yeah,
I don't know exactly how easily you could bring a job into fruition with that degree.
Yeah, I wouldn't have had a major, but it would have been
like, an interesting class.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just because they don't teach about like African American history enough in history classes, so that would have been interesting.
It's like broad spectrum when they do. Like they might introduce somebody new, but it's kind of rare. You hear a lot about George Washington Carver, and it's like
the repeated saying. Exactly, it's like they repeated like the repetition of the same like black.
There are more black leaders. Come on,
and then you'll find out about the secret people that they just hide. It's crazy, and I feel like maybe that I would learn about that. They hide that stuff from you.
Conspiracies.
I'm always trying to dig for the truth. You say, what does it mean if you have nothing in your 12th house? I actually have nothing in my 12th house. Actually, what does that mean? I don't even know.
It just means you don't have 12th house influence, which 12th house isn't.
So you don't have a strong Pisces vibe?
Yeah. Well, I guess it maybe not Pisces vibe because you might have that somewhere else in your chart, but it just kind of means like 12th house has heavy influence in being like an empath, of being like taking on things from other people and dealing with it yourself, which isn't necessarily, I guess it's not really a good thing. But people who do have moon in their 12th house, like they can be some really good people to have around because they can bring to the forefront like where your issues are that you might not be able to deal with or like acknowledge. And a lot of times if somebody has the moon in their 12th house, they might get a lot of hate for acknowledging these things, but they're just speaking their truth. And you probably have a heavier influence elsewhere in your chart.
Yeah, I have empty 12th house.
I have empty 12th house.
Really? Maybe it's like to make up for what you lack, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm not an empath. Like I definitely can. I can read people like a book. It is pretty intense. But at the same time, I think they're drawn to me because I have positive vibes. I have a very heavy first house influence. So I very much so like know who I am. I'm structured in my beliefs and my common, my core values and all that kind of stuff. I don't really change all that much, and I'm happy. So 12th house people who have to take on the vibes of a lot of people, they naturally gravitate towards that. Both my children are 12th house moon and my significant other.
Wow, that's deep.
12th house pretty heavy influence with both kids too.
Wow.
I know, right?
That's a lot of Pisces.
They need me, but
yeah, Pisces they're kind of needy, and they need to be needed, and they need to be with people who need them, if that makes sense. Like I have a Pisces in my 7th and 8th house, and like that means like in relationship, and my Libra and my Scorpio house is Pisces. So when it comes to relationships, I need to feel needed. I don't like feeling like I don't need you. Yeah, I hate that. It hurts. If you say you don't need me, it hurts.
I like the ability to like have space and like be separate entities in a relationship, but I have heavy Libra influence with my love language, or with my how I love people and my Venus. So no, I need to be in a relationship. Like I need you to need me almost
Yeah,
as much as I
same.
need you. And
I need
and then
to
I
be
also
needed, yeah.
need you to be able to give me enough space to where I'm like okay.
It's complicated.
Hello, birth charts are complicated.
You said it feels so empty, nothing in the 12th house. You got like a little sad face emoji.
Where do you have a heavier influence? What are the rest of your houses?
Yeah, where's the houses that have like a lot of planets?
We'll count that as a stellium because it still means you have heavy influence.
Okay, you say you have South Node Gemini in the 12th house. Oh, Me Fresh says this is another person. South Node Gemini in the
Would mean,
12th.
Sagittarius, North Node, and that would
North
be like
Node
what in
in
the
the-
6th, I guess. The opposite,
Mhm.
maybe in the 6th. I mean, houses are different.
I'm still
If you
discovering
have that,
planets
if you
in
have
the
a
houses.
node in the 12th house, it might mean that you don't maybe grow as quickly because you're not acknowledging all of it. You're kind of like putting yourself on the back burner. That is a different one. That is a different one to have to like piece together because
Yeah.
typically people don't ask nodes in houses. Typically people
Right.
ask, planets, which is a little bit easier to give insight on.
Mine's in the 2nd house. My North Node. My North Node, my Moon, and my Chiron is all in my 2nd house. So it's like it's intense in there. The 2nd house is crowded. It's a lot of stuff going on in my house of Taurus. I have to
got my
pee.
node in the 2nd house too.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, I'm gonna have to pee real quick. I can't hold it any longer. But Emily, entertain the people.
Hello,
I have to pee so bad.
Questions. I love to answer questions. I feel like I am smart.
You pee so bad.
Yeah, I wish I could give you more insight on that Gemini in the 12th house specifically. I could look into it real quick, but Gemini South Node would mean that you're dealing with a lot of negativity from the past of how you perceived the way life worked with talking to other people and relationships with your friends. Maybe like might have been a pretty negative relationship with some of your friends because they only had negative things to say. So if your Sagittarius is the North Node, then that's a positive thing to be working towards. It's very important to focus on ourselves. And you said that it's in the 3rd house. I'm guessing that is, which the 3rd house is actually Gemini. It's interesting that you've got switched on that one. I don't think the 10th house is not Sagittarius, but you've got your Sagittarius North Node in Gemini, so it's fairly interesting. I'm actually going to look that up right now. What all can you ask about your birth chart? I don't really think we're all that structured. I will answer generally any question. Hello, people.
Hey, who you chit-chatting about?
I was actually about to say that I love to talk, so I'll generally answer any questions. Bring your
That's
beautiful
cool.
hair in here. But if you want to hear about your chart specifically, you could Cash App Sydney $10.
Sydney 55.
Sydney 55.
That's the Cash App name.
I was like, "Are you 55?" For a second, I was like, "Why?"
My mom is 55. Just throwing that out there.
Her mother's 55, you guys.
She just turned 55 yesterday, but I didn't even make it because of that.
April Fool's Day?
Yes.
I know like 15 people with that birthday. Isn't that strange?
15 people born on April 1st.
Could you imagine you're like texting your parents, you're like, I just had a baby, and then they're like, haha, April Fools, and then they just don't come to the hospital.
Yeah,
my mom
used to like roast herself about being on April Fool's Day. She'd be like, I'm a fool, so I was born on April Fool's Day. It's kind of intense. I'm sorry.
It's cute. Oh, I was looking up.
It got dark real fast.
North Node in the 3rd house.
North Node in the 3rd house.
Okay, the 3rd is he's got the 3rd house North Node, which is interesting that he has. I think it's 3rd house North Node, but
You said your granddaughter's birthday was yesterday.
See, it's pretty crazy. April 1st is like the day. I wonder when people are having sex to have April 1st birthday babies.
Right.
But,
wait, did they say most people have sex in the fall or the spring?
It depends on if you're in the northern states or southern.
Oh yeah, depends on the
Mhm.
climate. Like
In the south, it's
heat.
whenever it starts to get a little chilly. That's when people are like, "All right, it's time to go."
Really? I thought it'd be spring. I thought because it's hot, you want to take their clothes off. You know, it's like it's hot.
Yeah,
You're
but
wearing
it's
less
hot, and then
clothes.
you got like more sweat, and you gotta pay more for the electricity bill whenever you turn the air down. I don't know if people
I didn't
actually
think
care
about all
that.
that.
It's not hot right now. I'm just like,
I'm not hot at
that's just
all. I'm not hot at all, actually. I don't get hot very easy. We're not gonna say nothing. We get demonetized. Don't take your clothes off. Keep your clothes on.
The only thing that you can purchase is your birth chart. Birth chart analysis.
Yes. Anybody else want a birth chart analysis? Just let me know. It's only $10 via Cash App. Okay. The Sydney 55. And I just realized it's so crazy how I made 55 and then my mom.
It was kind of
55.
random.
Yeah.
Why would you choose? Is that like a common number for you? Do you like?
I'm a life path 5, so that's why I always choose 5.
You're a life path 5.
Yeah, you already knew that. You just forgot.
Probably for yeah.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Yeah. What does that mean for you? Do you know any 5s?
I know 1 5.
You see nuts. I feel like this is the way you're bilingual.
Oh yeah, no, he was like hardcore in love with me and like would not leave me alone even though I was in a relationship. I know, right? I was really mean actually. I like went back and read the Facebook messages because I'm blocking on everything else. And that Scorpio Mars was coming to bat pretty heavy.
I promise all of us are not stalkers.
What do you mean?
You said he was like madly in love. Was he kind of like a stalker?
No. 5, not a stalker. He was just
yeah, it's not 5. It's not a 5 thing to be like clingy.
Yeah, which I thought was weird because he didn't come across as clingy. He was one of my friend's brothers, which you know, it's already kind of an awkward situation. But no, he's very mean to me sometimes. I don't like people to be mean to me. I like nice, sweet, sensitive guys that are like.
Yeah, some girls actually like me.
Let me be a little bit mean. I'm kind of mean. I'm the mean one. Hello, I am more masculine than feminine. In my chart, I have like 60% masculinity and 40% femininity. So
I can be mean sometimes. I like being mean sometimes in relationships.
Like, because they get it. Like a lot of my really close friends, they're like, yeah, you're just kind of a jerk sometimes. Like Sydney and I. The shirt.
What shirt? Oh, the mesh. Stop. This story just is a recurring story. It never.
I always feel bad about it, so I apologized to her about it like a few hours ago.
It's so crazy.
Like, it's not an issue. Like, stop.
It's not. It's really not. Like, I don't. It doesn't bother me. At the time, I was like, well, damn. But now it's just like, it is what it is. You know, we all say stupid shit. So, you know,
I didn't mean it.
It happens.
Oh, this is your pen.
Oh, it's fine. I have so many pens. I'm a writer. I have a lot of pens. I have a habit of drawing hearts everywhere.
I have a habit of drawing naked women.
No, I drew a naked woman last night, but it was so bad, y'all. It was so bad. We get demonetized if we say naked women.
If you show naked women, I would imagine.
That's not show. Let's not show the naked women. You say, what houses are my planets in? Let me whip my phone out.
That's actually what I was trying to look for. I think I started drawing.
What houses are your planets? Okay, so for you, Rodney, not all houses for you have different connection. So for you, Rodney, not all houses have planets in them.
What you want to think is like which house your planet falls in.
Mm-hmm. So for you, you don't have anything in your first, but in the second, you have a Mars. Your Mars is in your second, and it's also you have a Libra in your second house. And I remember you said you had a Mars in Libra also. So your second house is Taurus. So you have a Taurus Mars. And I'm still trying to figure out when you have a Libra Mars and it falls in the house of Taurus.
You might want to do like Mars in the house of Taurus first. So it's like the house of Taurus is like finances and security. Mm-hmm. So you might feel like if you don't have a balance, or I guess Libra, if you do both of them, then it would be like if you don't have balance in your financial life and your physical security and such, it feels like you might get aggressive about it. It might lead you to be a little bit on edge and not deal with that in the best way. Okay. So if you have a significant other and this pandemic is going on and you get fired from your job, you might be a little bit hostile towards your significant other, even though it's not typically who you would be.
Okay, like I just learned something new just now because I was still.
a lot to learn. It's a
It
lot to
is.
memorize, honestly.
Yeah, you have to be really passionate about it to
You have to have a lot
really.
of hair to like to keep all the secrets inside.
Right, so I got all the information in this big old curly hair.
You just pull out like oh yeah, it's like, it is. There's a lot.
Seventh house information. Okay, we got the second. Okay, no, third house is your Sun, your Mercury, and Pluto. So as your third house, Rodney, your third house has your Sun, your Mercury, and your Pluto. Third house is Cancer. No, not Cancer. I'm sorry. Fourth house is Cancer. Third house is Gemini. So Sun, Mercury, and Pluto is in your Gemini house. Okay, so your Sun being in Gemini, does that make your personality more related to what's that I'm using? Communication.
Knowledge based.
Yeah,
you
your
might want
person.
to fact check things often.
Yeah, your Sun, your Mercury, and your Pluto is in Gemini's house. So you have a lot of Gemini energy. And Gemini is all about communication. It's all about thinking. They're very intellectual. Okay, so you got a lot of like intellectual energy.
Yeah, you
there.
might enjoy talking about intellectual things because it makes you feel, especially like you taking role, because it might make you feel like oh, I'm so smart. Like I knew this. Like I imparted some wisdom on somebody. I've done something positive.
Mm-hmm. And then we have fourth house is Moon, Venus, and Uranus. And that's Cancer. So Cancer rules the moon. So if you have your moon in the house of Cancer, that's double Cancer energies. You also have Venus and Uranus in your Cancer house. So wait, what is Uranus actually? What's the planet Uranus for? I can't. Which sign is Uranus for?
Growth and expansion.
No, that's Jupiter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Jupiter. We don't know everything. Yeah, sometimes you have to accept the fact you don't know everything. Oh, my acid reflux. I'm like having throat burning. Oh, the cat was drinking out of my water. I need to change I need to get a fresh glass of water. Hold on.
It's the Awakener. Yeah, it rules Aquarius. It's the quirky innovator. Basically like breaking up old thought processes to create new positive ones that work better for you now. Because once we reach certain stages in our life, it's really time to do like a system reboot. And it's kind of hard to force that on ourselves. But with yours, your Uranus falling in the fourth house, it might feel like you almost need the support of your family to break systems, like the support of your maybe your parents or your children or your wife to break past because it's to break past like who you were in the past. Because it is hard to see how we make a change. It's behind you.
Actually not. Maybe I brought the kitchen. I just don't remember. Oh, yes, I do.
You took a little journey with it.
Right.
There's so much hand sanitizer in my purse.
Anybody else interested in a birth chart reading? Just let me know. It's $10 via Cash App. Sydney, 55.
Please do not mail her cash.
Don't mail me. Just send it to me via app. Then my mom, she tried to like. I told her I was gonna live a long time. She was like, "How do you know that?" Because as a friend of
you, Mom.
yeah,
it's like how do you know that? You gonna die? No, I brought you in this world.
Yeah, I know when you're gonna leave. I know when I brought you in, you're gonna leave. So he said that's so true. Support, especially from my mother. Okay.
Yeah. If it's in the fourth house is Cancer. Cancer typically it has to deal with your relationship with your mother. So that makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. But wait, you've also got Venus and Moon in there. So like whenever you're at odds with your family and stuff, it might feel like the end of the world.
She got whole notes, y'all. She got whole notes right. Shelf in my brain. I just keep the information in there.
What is does it have like a label on it? Mine don't have labels. All my
shelves
have labels.
Right, exactly. It's really organized in my brain, but actually chaotic at the same time.
Moon in the fourth. You want to talk about the moon in the fourth? Because that was the other.
Moon in the fourth, having the Cancer. So Cancer rules the fourth house. So if you have a moon in the fourth, you're very emotional. Okay, so like emotions is huge for you because Cancer is a very emotional sign. What else about moon in the fourth? It rules the.
But if you said that, like, if you said, where is it?
Who was we?
Support, especially for my mother. So support doesn't even have to be like Like if you've got that moon in there, and that's really important if your mother does that in your chart. But if you feel like you're not getting, then it's kind of the end of the world. It's kind of
What, the end of the world for what? Wait, what was that?
yeah, because Capricorn's not technically the moon is in Capricorn, but it's in the 4th house. And Capricorn isn't technically like I mean, Capricorn can be a little bit negative sometimes, and Scorpio can fall into negativity as well. But they're not just like the whole world is going to end if this.
Right.
Scorpio can be a little bit more like that, but you've got some other attributes that kind of conflict with that. Like the Venus Sagittarius, kind of, if you're in a relationship and it's positive and it's going the way you want, that is like the best thing, which, would relate to your these planets that you have in the 4th house. That's Sagittarius.
Okay.
That's
what Sagittarius. But your Venus is in the house of Cancer. So when it comes to relationships, it's very emotional. It can be very emotional for you. Like, I'm still studying about the houses. So, bear with me. Excuse me. I haven't asked the reflux pain. I'm gonna die. I always have acid reflux pain, like during my lives. I'm just kidding. No, not always, but every now and then.
That would be terrible if you like always started alive and you're like, what? Like
no,
every single time.
It's not all the time. It's just every now and then.
It's like your curse. I think there's actually a degree that. Do you have any 19 degrees?
But I don't know about my degrees, y'all. You said
yeah, you have 17 degrees right here, which is sicknesses, likelihood of sickness.
Well, I have celiac.
I know.
Yeah. I hope I get healthy though. I hope I am healthy.
If you've got a 22 in your chart, look out for people trying to kill you and don't try to kill anyone. That's a very negative thing. Anybody that has a 22 in their chart, it tends to be a sign of like murder or being murdered. So that's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, that is interesting. How do you know about the numbers? Like,
I watch too many YouTube videos.
17. Why is 17 like doing right now? And like, I just don't want to hear that.
no, it's like lifelong chronic sickness.
Oh, celiac. Yeah. Lifelong. I'll have celiac for the rest of my life. So yeah, that makes sense. Damn. But then I thought evil shit in the food already, and if I can't eat it, then like I don't have to get like either way. You kind of screwed.
More
new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing, Odele. Is it Odele? Odele Rodney R said, yeah, I love my family, but I've always felt different from them. Me too.
I try. It depends on what their signs are and such too, like what their charts say. But I am very much in the same boat with you. I love my family; they're great.
Yeah, I love my family, but it's just like I want to be close to them, but at the same time, I want distance.
Hey, you want to be close with them, but also you wouldn't mind like shipping them off.
Yeah, it's like
you can go on a very nice long trip for your $50, and I will be fine.
It's like come close but stay away, kind of thing. Sometimes
I don't know. Like my mom, I can hang out with my mom all day. My mom's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
but I definitely don't want to hang out with her like for multiple days in a row.
Yeah, my mom is like she can be kind of like. I don't want to say it on my channel because I like she might watch it and be like, "What are you talking about me?" But she can be like
very wonderful person. You agree, right?
I mean, she's a great person.
Happy birthday, Mom.
Nobody's perfect. Yeah, that was the last comment. Wait, where were we? We were at the 6th house, Saturn and Neptune. The 6th house. No, 5th house. I'm sorry. The 5th house, which is Leo's house, is Saturn and Neptune. Saturn and Leo. Is it like a karma with yourself? Yeah, but the Gemini. That was the same. Was it the same person who had the Gemini? Oh no. Yeah, the information. If anybody else,
pay us, like we'll take anything.
I was just about to say, if anybody else wants a reading, the freaking connection is annoying, but that's life. I should have just switched it to your laptop, but I was lazy. So, yeah, it's
yours is red. I really like looking at it.
Yeah, it's like very Aries Mars. I love red, though. It's one of my favorite colors. I feel like it, because your Mars is your sexuality, so I feel like red definitely represents my sexuality for sure. If I could choose a color for my sexuality, it would be red. Like a bright scarlet.
A lot of people would probably choose red, even if theirs is not in, or being, or what is it? Mars is not in that.
Might be bright red. Maybe burgundy. You know? I feel like
I
burgundy.
feel like bright red would probably fit you better.
Yeah. Bright red.
Like a maybe like a crimson red. A
It's
little
like a
bit
dark
darker.
red.
It's like in between. Burgundy. It's kind of like with more blue tint to the bright red.
Blue. That was random.
Mm-hmm.
It's complete opposite of red, right? Blue is opposite of red.
Yeah, just makes it a little bit darker, but just a tiniest bit. No, it's not calm. It's like blood. It's like the color of blood.
It's like it's very passionate. It's very passionate. I would say that's how I describe it. Like having Aries Mars, like that's your sex.
way.
Like people want to know though. Like people want to know about their Mars, you know, and like the sexuality of it all.
Sydney wants to talk about her sexuality. Well, it's whenever you're approaching birth chart, it is a part of life. It's something that has to be approached.
Yeah, it's a part of like who I am. I don't know. I mean, I try not to get too embarrassed about it.
You shouldn't really be embarrassed about sexuality. Some make jokes about that for sure.
Yeah, sex jokes.
But you shouldn't be embarrassed about like what you're attracted to, who you're attracted to, or like what fetishes you might have. Although we will make fun of you if you do like toes. We'll probably just means you can do a little bit of controversy in life.
I also feel like having Aries more, I accidentally end up talking about sex. It's because Aries is so sexual.
Gosh.
It's like not that I want to, but it just happens.
No, that happens all the time for you. It's like it just kind of like relates back to that. I've got like Scorpio Mars, so I get that. I need sex jokes. Yeah. Hello, penetration.
I'm like, it can be a little inappropriate, so like I try to dial back.
Yeah, I feel like most of my humor as well.
It's crazy. My family think I'm like a monster, and like they're super reserved about it. So if I'm talking too much about sex in a certain way, they get uncomfortable. Or they think I'm dirty or like I'm a whore or something like that. And it's like obviously I'm not.
I'm just talking about it. That doesn't mean that I'm like over here dressing up like a bunny rabbit.
Right, like
even though it's like just because it's pretty darn cute.
Yeah, some people are just more open in talking about it.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of it definitely is hard to be in a reserved family whenever you are a more sexual. You have more sexual aspects.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
If you've got Pluto in the 4th house,
you want to be. Yeah, that's true.
Your Libra moon combats that just a little bit.
My Libra moon is like
it's like, hey, Aries Mars, like
they fight
on a leash.
Yeah, they
it's
fight.
A short leash, but it's still there.
They fight each other. My Aries Mars and Libra moon, they fight each other.
It's like you open the door to get the pizza, and you're like, "Do not run out, dog." And then like 2 seconds later, the guy like bolts out the door. Yeah,
exactly.
Like this is for
my Libra moon.
Turmoil.
Yeah, exactly. My Libra moon tries to polish my Aries Mars. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Yeah, try to make me, I guess, presentable to the
thing. Of course, the basic thing. Libra balance. But I do a lot of thinking about, especially air signs in general.
Damn connection.
I know. I was like,
it just keeps happening. I think we're gonna have to. I don't know. I don't even. That's just. We've already been on for an hour and 20 minutes anyway. So.
An hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's still like an hour and 20 minutes. Are you exhausted? Are you?
No, I could talk for like 6 more hours.
Really? Wow, that's crazy. I thought she'd be like, ugh, I'm just to a point where they're just like, okay, I'm done. Especially when it comes to astrology.
Let me tell you about yourself.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I'm not used to it. Honestly.
No, I get it.
Is most people just like, okay.
Yeah, a lot of people, they're kind of like talk about it, or they want to talk about their own placements, which isn't a bad thing. It's good to talk about yourself.
But you gotta learn about it.
We like that you guys are like, what about this placement? Or like, what do you read my birth chart? Because it's really interesting to learn how that might affect somebody else's life.
Right, yeah. Just even
when you guys are like, oh yeah, like that's so true. That's like on point. I'm like, yes.
Right, we like feedback. Give us feedback. We like feedback. I like that. I like when people communicate, how they feel about what we say and like how it's changing their life. Like I want to change lives. I do. But it's not corny, but I do. I want to change lives. I will. I know I will someday. Now I've been having some really like supernatural dreams.
Oh, pay attention.
Yeah, I've been dreaming about frogs. Like this one dream about frogs. It's a sign of prosperity and like abundance and stuff.
That is a very interesting creature for prosperity.
I know, right? And after I dreamt about it, like a few weeks later, I kept seeing frogs on Pinterest.
That's even weirder.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I've been like, my mom's been really into dream interpretation, so I'm really into it. My mom is a witch, y'all. She really is. No, she
I
really
feel like you
is.
said some quite like, that is a positive thing, I think.
A lot of negative
Very negative things about your life.
No.
My mom is a witch, y'all.
No, I met my mom and like she's like into magic and like.
Oh, give her some black salt. She'll be like, I don't need this.
Like I feel like she
crush
would.
my enemies into dust. I don't need
I feel like she has
protection
magic
juice.
abilities for sure.
Yeah.
It's passed down. Like
Huh.
I feel like the kind of whole like look into your eyes and make you fall down kind of thing.
Oh wow.
Like,
I just want to look into somebody's eyes and like
Make-
tell them that they're important. You mean something.
she said she did that once. Only with somebody who did her dirty though. It wasn't like for no reason. But she's not in touch with that right now. You know, she's just more like.
That would be a positive thing for you right now. A little bit of family conflict. It would not be a positive thing for you right now. If looks could kill,
it would be a good thing.
She might not be here.
I thought it meant that you could kill other people with your looks, not kill yourself.
No, if your mom, if looks could kill your mom.
Yes.
I'm trying over that. Nobody caught that.
Yeah, I'm not good with jokes sometimes. The joke always goes over my head.
It wasn't.
I'm bad at jokes. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's a I love your profile picture. What is it? Old Dial Blizzard. I like your profile picture. You said, "Hey, how's everyone going? Red nappy summer." You said, "Hey, how's everyone?" I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Emily, how are you doing? He wants to know how we're doing. I'm doing good. I'm growing every day. You know, life is hard and life is easy at the same time. I can never make a decision about anything in life. I can't make a decision to save my life. I can make a decision about.
You could just save your life, but it's probably the wrong one.
Oh my god!
Just pick one. You'd be like, yeah, that one,
and then I'll die.
Game over.
Yeah. I'm not the best at making decisions. Only on certain things, though. When it comes to my career, I feel like I'm really good at making decisions, even if it's like it doesn't make sense to other people. Mm-hmm. You know, it kind of looks like chaos to other people, but then I see this whole beautiful life path.
Well, it doesn't really like if you know what you want to do. It does not matter what other people think about it. Mm-hmm. And I think we get caught up in like, oh, like somebody might not, appreciate this about us, or somebody might think that we're doing the wrong thing, or we're not making enough money, or we don't wear the right clothes because we're doing what we love rather than what we like could do to like be a manager, make money, and just slave our lives away.
I know, right? The whole 9 to 5
you know what is best for you.
Right.
Nobody else does.
Being self-employed is best for me.
Even make the wrong choice, that's still what is best for you because you needed to learn those lessons along the way. Mm-hmm. That's kind of hard to learn sometimes, but you might need to hear it.
Yeah, I have this thing where like there's nothing that really bad ever really happens to you. You know, like it seems bad, but if it teaches you something, it's not bad. Or if you choose to learn from it, it's not bad. So there's nothing really bad that ever happens to you.
It's okay to feel bad about it. Like your feelings are validated. Like if something bad does happen, like you can feel depressed about it or anxious about like what might come. But whenever you look back on it, just try to find at least one thing that's happy about it. One moment that was happy in your despair or your frustration. Because I bet you there is one. And if you can make it laughable, you can like actually retrain. We were talking about this earlier. You can retrain the grooves in your brain to remember that thing as a positive experience. Not because you went through something negative, but because you learned from the negative thing.
I just now realized that. Like I saw it, but I didn't see it. I'm sorry. I get distracted by the pretty things.
I've been right here the whole time.
I get distracted by your beauty. I get distracted by just pretty things, all things, pretty people. I get distracted by my reflection all the
time. Hello,
Tori. Yeah, I'm nuts like that. Funny how I saw this bracelet on Pinterest, and it said that it was like a stone for certain energy, and I was like, wait, it is? Did you know that?
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, did you get it for me because of that? And I thought like you had
bought
to
it
know.
Specifically.
But you didn't explain it. You just gave it to me.
I probably said it on the packaging, and I thought like,
no, you didn't. It wasn't a package.
It was
gave it to me.
Oh, no, I said that for a long time, and then realized it wasn't gonna work.
You try to make other people happy, but I can't.
I definitely make other people happy. They don't stay happy.
It sounds so narcissistic, though.
No, it doesn't. I definitely make people happy.
Well, I always heard that you can't make other people happy. But
No, I
you
cannot
can
make
support people, but you can't
See,
like make them happy.
in the Spanish language, they have this nice thing where they've got ser, which is the verb that says like I am at the core. This is who I am. This cannot be changed. Like I am Emily. Yo soy Emily. And then in they've also got estoy, which is like temporary who I am. Like I am wearing this dress. You know, if we had that in English, that would be really nice. But you really have to over clarify. I can make people temporarily happy. Really good at it.
Temporary. Okay, that makes sense.
I can bring joy to a room.
Yeah.
I can make somebody
Okay.
like I cannot instill the idea of happiness in somebody's brain. Yeah, that would be a narcissistic thought. Like I am so great that being around me one time makes you happy for the rest of your life. Like yes, you can pay me $10 just to be in my presence.
Cash App. Like I just made my Cash App actually the other night. I did like a tarot card reading on my what do you call it? She was doing readings, and that's how I got the idea. Like somebody suggested it to me, but then I saw somebody was doing tarot card readings for money, and I was like, so this is how you do it. And so like I sent like $10, and she did a tarot card reading on my sex/love life, and she was like, nothing stable. I was like, oh really? I'm so not surprised. Yeah, she was like, I see somebody coming in, but it's nothing stable, and I'm like, I'm really not. It's quarantine.
Somebody coming in where?
Right, like I'm like it's quarantine.
No. Somebody coming and where?
Coming? You mean like coming? Coming with the C? In where?
Do you have to clarify the? That's what I mean.
I'm so literal.
I mean, like,
I
am trying.
It's hard for me to just like absorb the joke, you know. I have to analyze it. I'm such a nerd. What's wrong with me? I could use more wine actually, but I shouldn't.
Hello, here. You're not driving. Hello.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Has been like a long time since I
feel like there was one time when you was like, no, you're not drinking.
Well, I think
it was after I was nuts.
Oh yeah, no, I remember that.
You were trying to protect me.
Yeah, one time she got so drunk.
Don't say it.
My arms were hurting the next day. It was fun time.
It was
good
fun
memories. I like thinking about that. She probably doesn't, but she does this thing when she drinks a little bit. Like she can feel people's energies very, very heavily.
Oh my gosh,
positive
the conversation that we had in the bathroom.
Did you remember that?
Yeah, I think I made a story time about that. Because I did have a vision about like your past. It's kind of.
Oh, you're talking about that one. I thought you were talking about Trevor. Like
no.
Feeling his negativity so hard.
Yeah,
his depression. Like a theme of him. Like I would stop being this person's friend, even though we were really, really close because of the negativity.
Ugh, that was a crazy time.
Yeah,
that was a crazy time.
Yeah,
so many weird energies was happening.
No joke.
You just like bye. I do that too. I have to cut people off who are just like too negative.
Yeah.
I was about to say like I had that whole thing when I had the vision and all that. Yeah. It was intense.
I don't remember what it was.
You don't remember?
I
don't know. Maybe it's a
good story.
Is it a good thing that I don't remember?
Do you not remember?
I remember, but it's a good thing you don't remember.
No, I want to know.
I had a vision of your past, but it's not. It's an uncomfortable memory.
Yeah, no, I'm
not going to go into it.
Oh, okay, you can tell me later.
Yeah. I had that.
We're gonna hang out later.
Yeah. So that was intense. I
think I kind of remember what you're talking about, but
because I do weird things where I'm like, I'm just gonna meditate on a person.
You definitely do weird things. Oh, meditate on me whenever we're done with this.
I did, and then I saw some disturbing shit.
You're gonna see a lot more disturbing shit if you meditate on me. I feel like a rough time in my life then, so I feel like maybe I was focusing on the negative things and like letting those things fuel my negative actions.
Oh my gosh, you're so right.
Not in that mood.
Me neither, actually.
Yeah,
I'm a lot more positive than I used to be. I used to be kind of like, here's my emotional baggage, take it. You know what I mean? In the face.
I'm flashing back to like
when I poured my emotional baggage on you.
Like, whenever I woke up, I told her to come over, and I was like, yeah, bring some alcohol, we'll drink, and like I ate an edible, and I passed out after what was it? Yeah, like it was one of those lollipop things, but I was like so tired that I walked home from the local college to my apartment and knocked out. And when I woke up, Sydney was in my bed. Like she was just like, oh, like okay, like you're taking a nap. I'm just gonna take a nap too.
So
we used to like
I
take
didn't know
naps
which
all
was
the
talking
time.
about this now.
And she was it was what do you call it? I can't remember the word for it.
What was
When you see the things in your sleep and your sleep paralysis. She just experienced sleep paralysis.
I thought it was like, oh, it was nightmares about mirrors.
Was it? I
Yeah.
can't remember what it was.
It was like some
specifically, but you
shattering
really
mirrors
freaked
and
out. I was
stuff.
like, "Why are you like that?" I was like, "What's going on?"
No, you knew I was in your bed though.
Well, I was straight
you
up
was
like,
awake.
but I was like,
Maybe he was so. I didn't know he was high.
Yeah, no, it was.
I didn't know. I thought she was awake.
I was like, "What's going on?"
I'm learning some new stuff. I'm learning some new stuff about you.
That's why I took a nap in the middle of the day. Like, what? I never.
I thought she was just sleepy.
I'm not a nap.
You knew I was
person.
there though. It wasn't like I just got in your bed. That would be creepy.
I didn't remember. I guess. What's going on? Yeah.
Oh,
that makes
that sense.
high.
I didn't know you was high though. That makes so much sense. I thought you knew. I thought she was aware. I was like, let's just take a nap.
Well, I
Just
smoked
chill
on
it.
top of that too, so it was a pretty hefty dose of like
I was weird though. Like
chill vibes.
I was weird.
Yeah, it was a little confusing because you were very anxious about it, and I was like, "What is going like
What was I anxious about?
the dream or like the whatever it was that had bothered you in your sleep?" And
Oh, I think I had been worried about something else on top of that, and then I had the dream.
well, you were just like wake up, deal with this, and I was like, "What's going on?" Like, hello, how are you?
Oh my god, my past self. I'm cringing.
It's okay. You needed somebody to listen. And if people weren't going to listen, your Aries Mars is going to pop out and be like, "You have to listen to me. This is important. You deserve to feel like what you have to say is important."
I'm glad you said that. Sometimes I feel like people. I don't want to feel like a burden on people. You know.
Your Virgo rising is showing.
Yeah.
That's that was a big issue of my past, was that like, oh, I'm a burden, like I'm an issue, like I don't want to weigh too heavily on anyone and make them suffer. What if he had like the corona? Your own water child.
I was like, what if you had the corona? You know, like I don't know. What if the cat has corona?
We don't know your history.
He said, "Do anybody get what they be talking about?" Yeah,
I
don't know what we're talking
got
about.
a little personal. I understand where you miss out.
We should make a whole video about it though. Just not a lot of chat. Not the deep dark stuff. Not that stuff. No, I'm talking about some psychology stuff, like how to heal your past.
Oh yeah, what would be some like psychology things that you guys would enjoy listening to? Because astrology is a great tool for learning yourself, but when you use it hand in hand with other tools to learn yourself, that's peak status. That's really fun whenever you use multiple different learning devices or psychological ideas in order to hear something about yourself or hear yourself speak. Helps you realize where you're like looping and going back to all of those negative traits that you could grow from, but don't necessarily want to.
I'm sorry we confused y'all. When I ramble, I ramble. I ramble. Say hello to the kitty. What's the cat's name? Cat Steven.
Cat Steven.
Cat Steven. Say
hello
to
Cat Steven.
Say hello to the kitty. I love black cats. You know they're the least loved because of racism. Just kidding.
No, that was a good one. I thought you were gonna. I was gonna say like actually he's got the white paws and stuff, so he's not technically a fully black cat.
Yeah. Because people think they're bad luck, so they think that they won't get them. They won't buy black cats.
Yeah.
Or like adopt them because they're bad luck.
That's sad.
The black cats get a lot of bad. The color black
Buy
is
a
just
black cat and then take it on a lot of walks. So a lot of people get really anxious about their futures.
Oh my god, a black cat.
Let's grab a Sharpie. No, I'm just kidding. It should be my animal. But like we could put little socks on him and like just take him for a walk and be like, you're gonna die in 7 days. Like, here's black cat.
I don't think I've ever met such a chill cat.
I know, right?
Cats usually act crazy when I pick him up, you know? But he's just like, yeah, just whatever.
You both start acting crazy because you said something now.
The cat's eyes. That's the computer device thing pops up. It'll take a minute for it to do something. I get distracted. This is why I'm broke because if I had to make money.
About doing like full readings for I think a lot of people do like a full birth chart reading. Not really houses and such. That's not typically what people do. You can like one for your degrees and one for your
See, I have to learn about the degrees.
If you offer like a reading for your degree, a lot of people don't offer that. They don't offer a reading in your degrees because that's not something that people understand is also pertinent information for.
I can see that. I mean, I'm a pretty fast learner. So it'll probably take my tutor
way besides live to share birth charts because a lot of people will look at their birth chart and they're just like, "That's cool. I didn't know I had that many signs." And they're like,
All
right, that's great. Like, I'm moving on. Hello.
Yeah.
There are other things to do because I don't fully understand this. And it has taken, I don't know how long you used September, which is a really long time for me to study something and like stick to it and
I'm
like
glad
really go in
got back
depth.
into it. Like, you're really good at it.
Oh, thank you. I've
Struck
done
my
a
ego.
lot of research. Ever heard.
Yeah.
And so if you guys want to hear about other parts of your chart, Sydney will be offering that very soon.
Yeah, Cash App via Cash App $10. Cash App me Sydney
Coming to a
$55.
website near you.
Yeah.
Figure out what
Coming
it
up
is
to a
first.
city near you. Every time I say 55, now I think about mom being 55. I asked her, I said, so mom, how do you feel being 55? She was like, old.
Yeah, I'm sure I was gonna say old. Like,
Yeah.
why would you even ask that?
Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have asked it. Like, I shouldn't.
Robe that's embroidered, and she was like, somebody else got her card and was like, happy 49th, and I was like, really?
Wait, it was her 50th, and you got someone that said happy 49th.
It was her 49th, and I got her 50th birthday present like a year earlier. Pure cashmere. It's like laying
That's a
on
lot
a
of money.
cloud. It's like
I
laying
feel
on
bad.
all of the toilet paper people bought for the corona.
I feel bad. I didn't buy mom anything. I just cooked her like a breakfast or like a lunch or I cooked her healthy
I had
food.
an amount of money while I did it. I definitely, I think on her 50th birthday, she told me not to do anything. She always tells me not to do anything. But I feel like that's
My mom does
a
the
mom
same
thing.
Yeah. She's like, don't get me. I don't need
When my kids are like, what do you want for your birthday? I'll be like, you just shut up. Just be quiet. Go to your room. Oh, I'm gonna paint, and you're not gonna put your hands.
I guess we can end the live in a minute. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we've been on for almost hour and 41 minutes. That's a long time. So we're gonna end questions if you wanna meet Cat Stevens, cute little kitty, cute little. I'm gonna pet cat. I was sad that I was deprived of animals growing up. My mom just hates animals.
That's really sad. I can't imagine not being around animals.
Wow,
you never stopped me.
Bold.
I was like, yeah. So we have an Australian Shepherd now. Somebody was abusing it, and like it's ours now. Those are expensive dogs too. Could you have that right?
I'll be rich one day.
My kitty cat was
Can't you see that, though?
$75, and I was like, oh boy, oh you are a cute boy.
I would say he's worth 75. I feel bad though selling animals. It's just like
I don't know. Rehoming fees are like I can get it. I can get a rehoming fee. Oh, bless you. I can definitely get a shelter fee because they do a lot at shelters, like the rabies vaccinations, and they deworm and they spay or neuter. So you held them earlier.
Did I? Not like that.
Oh, you never held them?
No. No.
Okay, well, put them in your face for like, and then eventually you'll be okay. Eventually, after you sneeze and cough for like,
me neither.
That's not worth it. Cats though, cats were worth it.
Let's sneeze. Okay, no. Yeah, it says stop.